I was on Reddit, and I went to the libertarian section, and there was this video that said something along the lines of, like, I'm a pro-choice atheist, but I find Ron Paul's arguments very compelling here. So I watched the video, and it's Ron Paul espousing his pro-life ideology.
And every argument for all abortion endorses the principle that you can take that life and abort it and kill it.
And his argument is essentially, it's a life. Can't y'all people see it's a life? Yeah, the same argument that's been made by literally every pro-lifer since pro-lifers began. But now, because Ron Paul said it, that's very persuasive. Yeah, I see what he's getting at. I am so fucking sick of this cult of Ron Paul. The Paulites. What is with these fucking people? Why are there so many of them? I mean, it seems like there are people out there who don't agree with this guy on a lot of really important stuff, and yet still decide that they're going to support him based on the few things they do agree with, and they'll just like put everything that he says that they don't agree with just out of their mind, or they'll pretend that when he says it, it has like this silver lining. Like, oh yeah, that was stupid when I heard that other politician say it, but now that Ron Paul has said it, it's so powerful, and he's so brilliant. Isn't he brilliant?
And on abortion, I just recognize as a physician and scientist that life does exist prior to birth.
A scientist?
Scientist?
Ron Paul considers himself a scientist? I mean, I know that he's had medical doctor training and that there are, some scientific applications there, but he's not like in research and development. He's a physician. He's not a fucking scientist. He doesn't believe in evolution. If he's a scientist, he's a creation scientist.
And I think it's a theory of evolution, and I don't accept it, as a theory. But I think the creator that I know, created us, each and every one of us, and created the universe, and the precise time and manner.
That's okay with everybody? We're okay with electing a man to the White House. I mean, he's not going to get elected, but his cult wants him to be. We're okay. The cult of Paul is okay with electing a man to the White House who claims to be a scientist, yet lacks the intellectual rigor to embrace the theory of evolution, which has a mountain of evidence supporting it. We're going to elect a man who totally ignores all of modern biology, all of modern genetics, all of modern paleontology, and just said, it's just, that's one theory, but my theory is Jesus. A lot of people, though, they're like, oh, yeah, he's a creationist. That's not going to affect his policy making. That's not important. What's important is how we'll run the country. But it will affect his policy making, because as I've pointed out dozens of times before, to no fucking effect, Ron Paul does not believe in separation of church and state. Even George Bush believed in separation of fucking church and state. Ron Paul doesn't. I can link you right down there to an article that he wrote where he doesn't. But you don't care. You're just like, well, that's fine. Because, I mean, when it boils down to it, it's all about liberty. Yeah, well, he may be a pro-life Christian conservative fundamentalist who doesn't believe in separation of church and state, but what he does believe in is liberty. What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean, liberty? What does that word mean to you? Define this term for me, because as far as I can tell, you use it like it's abracadabra. It doesn't have to have any weight behind it. It's just magic. You just wave the liberty wand over things and magically they're good now. You're a creationist? Well, just wave the liberty wand and now creationism's cool. You don't believe in separation of church and state? Well, just wave the liberty wand and now it's cool. You're a crazy pro-lifer? Oh, we'll just wave the liberty wand and now we're pro-lifers too. Yeah, that's life. Fuck it, fuck life. Cancer is life. That's a life too. You don't give a shit about life when you fucking use your antibacterial scrub and you know, genocide fucking single-celled organisms. You don't give a fuck about life when you're shoving steak in your mouth. You don't give a fuck about life when you're going through chemotherapy for your fucking cancer. But all of a sudden, when the life has the potential to become a human being one day, then it's special. Even though it's essentially a parasitic organism. You know, it's living off of someone else. If that person doesn't want to support that life, what business is it of ours to come and say, no, you have to? Especially given the fact that if that person does have that unwanted child because of state mandate, you think they're going to raise that child well? You think that child's going to have a good life? And then people start talking about, oh, adoption. What about adoption? Our orphanages are fucking full to the brim. You know how many kids there are in the fucking system? Adoption's not a viable option at this point. There's a glut of fucking kids. But that doesn't matter. Because we can wave the Liberty Wand. The magical Liberty Wand that makes all that just disappear. And you know what the great thing about this is even after I made these arguments, the Ron Paul fans, they don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck. It's gonna go right, woo, one ear and out the fucking other. If these motherfuckers stood ear to ear, it'd be a fucking wind tunnel. There's no brains in there. They don't give a shit. They're like, well, Ron Paul's great. He's great. He's good. I don't care. Yeah, he's going into wars. Wow, yeah, you're really willing to sacrifice everything else just to end the wars. Like, all the domestic progress that we've made since, like, the 1950s, you know, all of our modern economic infrastructure, which I admit is not in great shape right now, but he basically wants to fucking take us back to fucking feudalism. It's like you guys are wearing blinders. Yeah, he's gonna solve the war. He's gonna stop the war, and he's gonna get our troops out of harm's way. Yeah, and that is a problem. Our overextended, overburdened military is an issue. And that is a problem that he does seem dedicated to solving. But is his solution to that problem worth our regression on the social front, worth our regression economically? And you know, maybe I would be okay with this. Maybe this wouldn't irk me so damn much if the Paulites didn't imbue this man with Messiah-like properties. Literally any video you watch where Ron Paul is asked a tough question, everyone calls the person who asked the tough question an idiot. Like, oh, what a fucking moron! How dare you challenge Dr. Paul? Anyone who makes a video against Ron Paul, they're gonna get shit tons of thumbs down. They're gonna get, oh, what the fuck you doing? Why would you say about Dr. Paul? Don't you know he's our only hope? Don't you know he's the only one who can save America? No, he's a guy. He's got some good ideas. He's also got some incredibly fucking bad ones. If you want to vote for him, at least be honest about his fucking foibles. Stop treating him like a god. Stop sucking his fucking dick. That's all. You're dismissed.